of your hats and join us for the performance of our Canadian national anthem, O Canada.
Welcome back to Swangard Stadium in Burnaby, beautiful British Columbia, for the second match of our Game of the Week double-header. TSS Rovers taking on Kamloops United in Women's Division action. TSS's men just came away with a big 4-0 victory in the first game. What is in store for this one? I am your match commentator, Michael McCall. I'll have the call throughout this one for you in this interesting battle between 5th placed TSS, 6th placed Kamloops. The starting lineups for the home side, TSS Rovers. In goal, number 1, Ashley Strand, making her first appearance of the 2026 BCPL season. Number 3, Ava Burdeny. Number 4, Katie Chan. Number 7, Claire Yee. Number 9, Taylor Nikic. Number 12, Katie Bishop. Number 14, Kathleen Aitchison. Number 18, Megan Sue. Number 21, Erin Bandal. Number 22, Abby Tanida. And number 24, Maya Bandy. For the visitors from Kamloops, in goal, wearing the number 50 jersey, making her first start but her second appearance of the season, Kira Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice came on after 10 minutes in last weekend's game against Altitude when starting goalkeeper McKenna Jane was sent off, and it was a tough first outing against the stand-out women's side in the League of Altitude. Gave up 6 goals, but invaluable experience, and she'll be looking to build on that this afternoon or this evening here at Swangard. Number 3, Emily Clark. Number 4, Cicely Romano. Number 5, Priya DeSantis. Number 6, Annika Black. Number 7, Alison Hill. Number 8, Annabelle Clark. Number 14, Gabriella Siriani. Number 19, Alaya Deneau. Number 23 is Fiona Poole. And number 25, Kate Ratty. I would love to give you the officials for this one, but unfortunately they are not updated in the app. But you can download the PSL Canada app to keep up to date with all the scores, standings and more across the PSL Canada in BC, Alberta, Ontario. The league's expanding. There's going to be teams in the Maritimes and the Prairies. So it's a good expansion for the league. And here in BC, 2 of the original teams from what used to be League 1 BC, now the BCPL, battling it out tonight. TSS, as mentioned, in 5th place in the standings. They've played 5, won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2. They're sitting on 7 points. Kamloops, 1 place below them in 6th, but they are sitting on 3 points. So even with a win tonight, they won't jump above TSS. They've won 1 and lost 3 of their 4 matches. Just the 2 goals scored so far this season for Kamloops, and 4 scored for TSS, 5 given up, 11 given up from the side. For the interior, the action underway here. TSS in the all red jerseys, shorts and socks, going from right to left in this first half. Claire Yee battling away right away, trying to get an early breakthrough. Kamloops in the green and black hoops with wonderful gold numbers that, when the sun catches them, really does shine. They're going from left to right in this first half. Addison Sun, who's on the bench tonight, and Kate Ratty, who does get the start. The only two players to find the back of the net for Kamloops. Sophia Kramer leads the goal scoring for TSS. As quickly off her line is Fitzmaurice to smother that danger from Erin Bandal. Bandal getting the winning goal last weekend, late on in the 1-0 win over Naima United out in Richmond. Claire Yee, the only other player to find the back of the net for TSS outside of Bandal and Kramer. Good crowd out here in Swangard for these two matches this evening. Earlier kickoffs than usual. Temperature at the start of the men's game was 23 degrees. It's certainly cooled for the start of the women's game here, in the shade obviously covering the pitch as well. Although, just checking my AccuWeather map, it hasn't dipped that much. It says it's 21 degrees at the moment. But there's a little bit of a breeze out there, which will make it a bit more comfortable for the ladies in action. Tanida does well to win that and win a free kick for herself right on the edge of the box. And you have to think Claire Yee will fancy taking this one. Two players standing over this for TSS, 3 in the wall for Kamloops. Doesn't quite look 10 yards back, I've got to say, but Yee plays it short inside. The ball comes back to her and has to go back with it, closed down quickly by the breaking wall. Little shove in the back of Siriani, but throw-in goes the way of the visitors. And some good hustle here from Kate Ratty. But fantastic recovery play there from Katie Chan. Chance here for the Rovers to break. They've only got Tanida waiting in the box now. Some others have come in. Now comes in over the head of Tanida. Good defending there, just did enough to put her off and getting on the end of that one. Rovers trying to keep the pressure on. It's headed clear. Eva Burdeny now. Oh, and she's just loose with that cutback, and that's going to give Kamloops a chance to break up the left-hand side. Ratty's in the middle, but she's looks like she's going to have to go herself. The tackle comes in, and I wonder if the referee might point to the spot there. No, he doesn't. Good tackle, says the referee. Chan sends this one forward, her first appearance of the season as well. I think there's 3 players in the starting lineup for TSS this evening that are making their first appearances of 2026. Strand being one as well as Chan, and Megan Sue. Annika Black was calling for that ball to be played, but a little bit of hesitation there from Fiona Poole, and allows the Rovers to break it up and try and get something going themselves here. Trying to get that up the wing to Yi. Cut out though by Kamloops. Rovers get it back, and another pass that just this time slightly overhit from the intended target. Kamloops nearly breaking that one up. Kamloops break it up once again, but can't get it moved forward, and they'll just have to settle for a throw-in just inside their own half. Oh, just a little bit scrappy in the middle of the park just now, but now the Rovers maybe get a chance to bring this out. Long ball forward for Tanida to chase down quickly. Off her line is Fitzmaurice. It's one back though from Megan Sue. She plays it forward to Yi. Switches it out now to Bandel. First time into the box, just bounces away there from Sue. Ball chipped in there, looking to try and get that to Yi, but Kamloops get it clear, and they'll also get a chance for a little bit of respite as they get the throw in. The last touch there coming off Nikic. Aitchison skips away from the tackle. Out to Bandel. She takes a touch, cuts inside. Again though, under some good pressure from Cicely Ramuno. Rovers come away with it. Sue just can't find the space to get the shot off. And Kamloops just unable to get the ball out of their half at the moment. Aitchison, little touch to the outside. Bishop does well to win that. Was well read by Annika Black, but 50-50 collision with Bishop goes the way of the Rovers player. Black nipping in and taking that off the foot for Nikic. Another throw in here coming up for the Rovers. Nikic, oh, a swing at that, could have gone anywhere, and Yi almost was able to pounce on that, but Kamloops get it clear. Getting put under all sorts of pressure here the last few minutes, Kamloops United. Tanita turns away from her marker, cuts back inside, back to Nikic. Sue goes to the outside, good ball into the box, into Claire Yee, and she can't keep that one down. It was a great chance, best chance so far for either of these sides, but Yee just fires that one high and over. And in the 11th minute here, we're still scoreless at Swangard Stadium. Bishop gets the loose ball at the edge of the box. Aitchison. The shot comes in there from Burdeny. Sorry, Maya Bandy there with the shot. Bandy's changed her number from what we were initially given, which was number 24. She's now wearing the number 5 jersey out there. That one just bounces away from Nikic, allowing Black now to try and get something going. She goes for goal herself. That's not going to trouble Ashley Strand. Didn't really have the power or the direction on that one in the end from Annika Black. Nikic, long ball forward, looking to try and get that to Bandel. Now it falls to Bandel. She's battling away there with DeSantis. Unfairly, says the referee, and that's going to bring up a free kick for the visitors. Sirianni brought that down well. It's now out to Fiona Poole. Ball played in, looking to try and get that to Kate Ratty, but Rovers get it clear. Burdeny keeps that alive. Rovers will recycle it out to the left-hand side. What the Rovers attack coming up this left-hand side. Taylor Nikic has been heavily involved in the early going. Yee trying to put some pressure on the young Fitzmaurice in the Kamloops goal. Hasn't had too much to do so far, but now this might be a chance as Bandal plays that for Tanita to chase down quickly. Off her line is Fitzmaurice. First quarter of an hour gone here at Swangard, still scoreless between TSS and Kamloops here. Nikic has a little bit of space to work with. First time pass inside though to Aitchison. She tries to send that forward to Tanita, and Tanita gets it in the end from the deflection off the Kamloops defender. Big crunching tackle coming in there from Aitchison. Sue trying to thread that through back to Aitchison. Back to Sue. And somewhat fortunate deflection there, almost sparked a Kamloops attack, but Rovers break it up once again. Battling away on the sideline, but the decision goes the way of TSS. Ratty, little give and go there with Alison Hill. She sends it in. Black coming to meet it. The shot comes in and it's blocked in front of Strand there. Nikic in the right place at the right time to block that shot from Sirianni. Bandy now spraying that out, trying to get to Bandal, just runs away from her in the end and out for a Kamloops throw-in. The Rovers get that decision free kick right on the halfway line here. They'll send bodies forward. As it comes out to Nikic, a little bit of space to work with here. Plays it forward for Aitchison. Doesn't go out, it just stops right by the corner flag there. Now it is out for a throw-in. Kamloops penned deep in their own half here. Nice movement here. Black sends this out to the wing. Deneau does well, cuts inside, centres it, looking for Black that had made the run, but an important foot on that from Aitchison. Gets it clear, not too far though for TSS. And the flag up there on Deneau as she just strayed. Didn't time her run right. You thought that decision had gone the way of TSS. It does go to Kamloops, so they quickly get on with this. Fairly even game so far as that through ball, looking to try and play in. Ratty just had too much on it, and it'll run through to Ashley Strand. TSS have kept 2 clean sheets through their 5 games so far. 1 clean sheet for Kamloops in their first 4. Black now. Battling away is just always doing Annika Black, the 21-year-old from Kamloops, who was originally with Thomson Rivers Wolfpack in her hometown, did transfer to UVic Vikes last year, didn't feature for the Vikes. And Kamloops get their first corner of the evening, and it's Priya DeSantis over to take this one. Everyone back in the box defending this for TSS. The shot comes in right on top of Strand from Alison Hill. She had to make sure she held on to that, with Kamloops players waiting to pounce on any rebound there. Oh, and a lovely through ball from Tanita, looking to play in Yee, but very well anticipated and quickly off her line there from Kira Fitzmaurice. Black wins the free kick there. DeSantis looks like she's going to go for goal here. About 30 yards out. 3 players in the wall for TSS getting lined up by Ashley Strand. DeSantis does go for goal. It's right into the midsection though of Strand. Doesn't cause too many problems for the keeper. 3 years under her belt, Ashley Strand with Queen's Gales in U Sports. Back between the sticks tonight for TSS for the first time this year. Played 6 games for the Rovers last year. 3 wins, 2 draws in that. Bandel just running out of room, does win the throw-in for her side. We're past the midway point now in the first half. Little flick behind there, but Kamloops will get it clear. Ratty chests, turns. Not a lot of support up there for her. And Burdeny will just send this all the way back to Strand. And the Rovers will build out off the back, coming up the left-hand side this time through Nikic. Rovers almost playing themselves into trouble there, but it's a way to say they've got away with it, but then that pass cut out by DeSantis. And the looping effort in, never going to trouble Ashley Strand. Now Rovers will get a chance to bring it out up the left side. Tanida gets a little give and go there with Bandal. Tanida storming forward, she had Yee in the middle, but not a lot of other support up there. Vandal plays it in, bounces awkwardly in the box. Kamloops scramble it clear only as far as Bishop. She sends a high up and under, but just has too much height on that. And it's over the Kamloops bar, out for another goal kick for the visitors here. Still scoreless in the 26th minute here at Swangard. Not a lot of goal-mouth action, it has to be said, from either side. And Fitzmaurice just misplays. That was a high chip basically to nowhere from Nikic, and just misplayed there by Fitzmaurice, and it's going to bring up a corner, the second of the evening for TSS. Good delivery, and it just had too much on it and went over the byline there onto the top of the goal. And a good opportunity. It comes to nothing for the Rovers. And the long ball forward takes a fortunate run through. It's getting chased down there by Alison Hill. Wasn't the original plan, but almost worked perfectly there for Kamloops. Poole to Black, chips that forward, looking for Hill once again. Thought it was maybe a handball there on Sirianni, and indeed it has now been given by the referee. He's just waiting to see how that played out, see if he was going to play advantage. Calls it back in the end, and we've got a free kick here for the Rovers, which they'll try and send deep into the Kamloops half here. 3 players staying up here for TSS. Here's a chance here for Tanida. Bursting away, cuts it back nicely. It's just behind Aitchison. And Yee just couldn't get on the end of that. She was trying everything to get there in time, and Kamloops get it clear now. Chance at the other end, it's Hill. She was in before, now it's one-on-one here. She tries to centre it for Ratty, and it takes a fortunate deflection from a TSS point of view of Katie Chan. And then Strand mops that up. So some end-to-end action here in the 29th minute, but still scoreless between these two sides. Tanida plays that out to Bandy. She's got room to work with here. 3 getting forward for the Rovers. It's headed clear only as far as Yee. Some fancy footwork from the veteran. And Kamloops get that clear. Claire Yee coming off a superb Golden Boot winning season for TSS Women's Premier side in the Metro Women's Soccer League. The Rovers winning the championship for the first time, and Yee leading the way in terms of goals for the Rovers and in the league as well. 18 goals over the course of the season. Certainly not there that the ball went out, and now Yee is getting sent back. The ball just behind Annika Black, but Kamloops keep it alive. Now it comes back to Black. He's got an lapping run here and finds a good delivery into the box there from Annabelle Clark. Couldn't be directed on goal, but it is scrambled behind. It's going to be a corner here for Kamloops there. Second of the first half. DeSantis sends it along the 6-yard box. It's headed clear only as far as Fiona Poole. She's in a tussle out there with Tanida, and Tanida comes away with the ball. Bandal will try and chase this down for TSS, but good defensive play from Kamloops. Hill, little touch inside, no one there. In a green and black jersey, it's one back for TSS. That's a through ball now for Bandal to get onto. Cuts it into the box, but Kamloops again with a big boot to get it clear. Aitchison wins it back though for TSS. On a misplay there at the back, a rare one that we've seen this evening from Kamloops. Really not punished, no one in a red jersey able to get onto that, but they pick up the eventual clearance as Nikic wins a throw in for a side deep in the Kamloops half. Quickly gets on with it, back to Megan Sue. Nikic plays it in, is bouncing around in the box. Tanida trying to get space to get the shot off. Sue eventually sends it towards goal, and a dive and save there from Fitzmaurice. And luckily for Kamloops, it was a Kamloops defender able to get on the end of that one before a red jersey could come in for the rebound. Chan plays that forward, but just runs ahead of Aitchison. Now Kamloops trying to spark something the other way. Comes to nothing though. He still battling away, but Kamloops get it clear. Only into touch though, so brief respite here as Bandy quickly gets on with the throw-in. Comes back to Bandy, she turns away from the challenge. To Aitchison now, she chips that into the box looking for Yee. But once again, cleared not too far though as Bandal picks up in the box, twists, turns, sends it back to Yee. The cut back was good, but the flag up on the far side anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. The through ball here, almost playing in Tanida. And she can't stop that one from going out. Thought she'd maybe won a corner there, but in the end it is out for a goal kick for Kamloops. Nickage once again, battling away, cuts it back, looking for Yee. It's cleared again. Rovers keeping the pressure on. It's given away cheaply there from Poole. Kamloops struggling to get out of their half at the moment. Oh, a nice little turn away there, but just gets away from Claire Yee, not taking any chances at the back, and that's going to be out for another corner for the Rovers here in the 37th minute. Rovers knocking on the door here. Can they get the go-ahead goal before half-time? And we're going to get 2 substitutions coming up here. Early substitutions, a little bit of a surprise. Erin Bandal making way, so is Megan Sue. Coming on for TSS is number 25, Sasha Dolman, and number 10, Caitlin Cerny. They're going to be trying to get in the thick of the action right away as Bandy rises to meet that, can't direct it away from the keeper, and Fitzmaurice recovers well, grabs it out there. Cerny making her second appearance for the Rovers this year. Came on as a late sub in their win over Nanaimo last week, having headed back from college. She's just finished her second year with the UBCO Heat. Oh, and we've got the opener! A nice through ball, and it's tucked away. And in the 39th minute, it's TSS Rovers 1, Kamloops United. Now, I said they'd be knocking on the door, and it certainly came in some style. Nothing Kira Fitzmaurice could do to keep that one out. And the Rovers have the breakthrough, and the goal, the game felt that it was needing a goal. We'll just wait confirmation as to who had that strike. And it felt the Rovers were perhaps going to be the more likely to score there. And the goal confirmed that it was number 12, Katie Bishop, with the long-range banger. And that's her first goal of the 2026 BCPL season. Rovers looking to try and get a second before half-time here.
I'm not kidding. See if you can find somebody that can come along. The Piper, I got the band. They'll record it. So. Yeah. I'll tell them all the situation, what's going on. I'm seeing the band on Sunday. It's one of the guys. It's his 50th birthday. Doing what do you call it? High score arcade.
Just watching the goal back in the stream, I'd say that's probably about a 25-yarder from Bishop to open the score there for TSS. Ball just runs through to Strand there. Kamloops still very much in this one. They've played some nice stuff. They've had a couple of chances, but very little you could do to keep a shot like that out from Katie Bishop. So you're going to get beaten by a goal. A 25-yard screamer is certainly a way to do it. Now here go the Rovers again. Cerny. Oh, and she's brought down here by Fitzmaurice. And let's see what colour a card we might get from the referee, or we're not going to get a card at all, which is a shocking decision if he doesn't at least give a yellow here. Now he's calling her forward as Cerny was rounding her. She was going away from goal, which might be the thing that saves Fitzmaurice here. I mentioned she came on last week 10 minutes in after McKenna Jane was sent off against Altitude, and it was almost two keepers sent off in consecutive weeks there.
No, she's lucky it wasn't in the box. That would have been a red. And she's lucky it wasn't last defender.
Fitzmaurice is going to have to watch now for the rest of this one. Cerny was in a little bit of pain at first, but doesn't look too much worse for wear. And the referee's going to have to move the wall back here because it's nowhere near the 10 yards, and now he is moving it back. Rovers looking to try and go in at the break with a 2-goal lead. Claire Yee standing over this one. 3 players in the wall for Kamloops. And in what feels like over a minute since the foul, we are now going to get the free kick taken, and I think Yee was looking for a bit more curl in that than she got, and in the end it was neither an attempt at goal or a good opportunity for her teammates there. I'm sure she'd like that one back. Into the last 40 seconds of the first half now. Burdeny misses the header, but no harm done as Bandy there to mop it up, and she'll play that all the way back to Strand, and we'll keep an eye on the 4th official as to how much time is going to get added on at the end of this half. Would not expect more than a minute, I don't think. Well, he's given 2. Minimum of 2 minutes to get added on at the end of the first half here. Tamira can't get a clean cross in. It's cleared not too far though by Kamloops. Bandy gets the ball. Oh, and Nida trying to skip past. I'll have to settle for a corner instead.
And now they've got the right people in the right places, and they're really easy. And I did these courses online. It was really simple.
Another corner for TSS here in first half stoppage time. Can they add to their tally before the break? Dolman just couldn't get a clean connection on that. Another player making her first BCPL appearance of the season. And just getting a little bit scrappy out there to end the half. Is there going to be time for either of these sides to have one last chance to add to the scoreline? Looks like it might be TSS that get that opportunity, but given away and sent up the field for Hill to chase down.
Diversify your skill set.
Strand showing good composure there as she was closed down by the two Kamloops strikers. And that is the last action of the first half. One goal separates the teams. A 39th minute Katie Bishop banger. Ava Burdeny getting the assist on that goal. And at half time it's TSS Rovers 1, Kamloops United 0. What does the second half hold in store? Join us in 15 minutes to find out. Welcome back to Swangard Stadium for second half action in our BCPL Game of the Week double header. TSS with the 1-0 lead in this one, a 30th 9-minute banger from Katie Bishop. The difference between these two teams, one substitution at the half for TSS, going off as number 7 Claire Yee, and coming on as number 23 Clara Fisher-Credo. Don't think there was any changes for Kamloops at the half, but we'll have a look around. Looks the same numbers out there just now, as it's starting to get a little dark. Floodlights on here, and Friday night under the lights at Swangard, always a fantastic occasion, and this game lit up by that opening goal from Katie Bishop. 25-yard screamer that beat Kira Fitzmaurice all ends up, and that is what's separating these two teams. TSS have been the better team in that first half, but there were some good opportunities for Kamloops. Ashley Strand, though, hasn't really had too much to do in the TSS net in her first game of the season, as the Rovers looking to try and make it 2 clean sheets on the night, after the men beat Kamloops 4-0 in the first game. And here is the first chance of the second half, and it just takes a deflection out for a corner. A lot of traffic in front of Fitzmaurice here on the line. The referee just noticing that just now. Dolman putting herself about there. Annabelle Clark in the tussle with her on the goal line in front of Fitzmaurice. Corner now will get taken from the Rovers. It's an outswinger. It's bouncing about in the box, and Kamloops just about scramble it clear. Not too far though. The danger's going to come back in, but some hesitation there from Bishop, and that is now allowing a quick break here from Kamloops, from Ratty. But she had to hold that up. She didn't have any support, and it's now turned back over to TSS. Emily Clark bringing that out, plays it forward. A stumble from the Rovers, but they get away with it. And flag up on the near side here as that ball was played through. Rovers with the throw-in deep in their half, and they're slowly working their way up the left wing. Just a battle in the middle of the park just now, and TSS thought they'd come away with that with Tanida. But unfair challenge, says the referee, and it's going to give Kamloops now a chance to send some numbers forward. But this free kick just inside the TSS half. Kamloops moving the ball along nicely here. It's a high one right on top of Strand, and she doesn't grab it at the first attempt, but it falls right between her legs and was able to pick it up before anyone followed in. Alaya Deno with a high up and under there. Rovers now with a free kick inside their own half. Action in the opening minutes of this half was quite high pace. It's kind of died down in the last couple of minutes here, but the Rovers are looking to see if they can poke a second Dolman. Trying to go around the outside. It's broken up though. Now it's a chance here for Kamloops to go the other way, but good recovery play there from Maya Bandy. Running onto that, not allowing Kamloops to get onto it. Spinning away, goes for goal. And a pretty pedestrian save, but a good one in the end from Kira Fitzmaurice. It's a long ball forward here. Fiona Poole trying her best to get on it. Which I think it might have been Kate Ratty that was chasing that one down, but important boot in from Taylor Nekic sends that one into touch. Kamloops started this second half well, definitely seeing a lot more of the ball and enjoying more time in the TSS half. Nothing to show for their efforts so far. Tanida now for the Rovers. Cuts to the outside. Good recovery tackle. Still Tanida though, and she's going to win a corner, the first for TSS in this second half. Corner comes into the edge of the 6-yard box. It's headed back out to Tanida. Oh, and Tanida does well to get past Poole there. The clearance just out to the edge of the box and can't get kept down there. Almost another long range effort from Katie Bishop, but that just had too much on it in the end. Tanida again in the thick of the action here on the right hand side for TSS. Bandy now holding off the first challenge, just runs away from her and Poole picks it up. Deneau though gets that ball with a couple of Rovers players around her, and the Rovers manage to get it out. It's laid off and the shot comes in from Sasha Dolman. Bandy trying to get up this right hand side again, and it's Tanida once again. She has had a fantastic game, Abby Tanida. She sends a good delivery into the box. It's headed clear to the edge of the box. Bishop chests it down. She'll have to play that one back to Burdeny. Dolman lays that one off, looks for the return pass, and offside, just strayed there. And Bandy almost hitting the byline there, but well cut out by Fiona Poole, and it's going to be out for another Rovers corner as the hour mark fast approaches here. Tanida, another corner kick here for TSS. The outswinger flicked on well by Bandy. Nobody in a blue, nobody in a red jersey can get a boot in it. No one in a green and black one could either for a spell, but now it is cleared. It's going to come straight back into Kamloops here though. Credo Fisher dispossessed, and the decision goes against Credo Fisher there. And that's going to give Kamloops an opportunity to send this one in the box. Still just a one-goal game as we move past the hour mark here, so still very much in the balance. DeSantis will send this in again from the set piece for Kamloops. It's bouncing around dangerously in the Rovers box, but there's nobody there for the visitors to get on the end of it. And TSS will get this one clear. Decision against TSS, bringing some anguished shouts from a spectator down to my right. Another free kick coming up here for Kamloops. DeSantis standing over this once again. High one to the edge of the box. The Rovers get it clear. Rovers will bring it out here. And Caitlin Chu has come on for TSS, the number 2, in the thick of the action right away. And it's a second! A brilliant ball in, and it's headed home. And in the 63rd minute, TSS get their second. And it's a long way back now for Kamloops. We'll await confirmation as to exactly who it was that headed that one home. I think it was Kat Aitchison, but we'll await confirmation. There's a brilliant whipped in ball when it was met first time and superbly finished. Nothing Kira Fitzmaurice could do about that. What do Kamloops have in reply? And it's Caitlin Cerny that is the goal scorer. That's Cerny's first goal of the season. And here go the Rovers again. Creta Fisher cuts inside and almost finds a way past Fitzmaurice there. Rovers having to settle for a corner instead. Katie Bishop over on corner kick duty here for TSS. And they're going to get a second bite at the cherry. Bishop again sends it in just over the head of Bandy. It's flicked high and up. Burdeny appeals for handball. No, says the referee. Abby Tanida, incidentally, getting the assist on that second Rovers goal. And she's had an absolutely fantastic match out there for TSS this evening. Kamloops now still pushing to try and get themselves back into this. Flag up though, as Hill came back from an offside position there. But they're still pushing, still looking to get on the score sheet here this evening. They can get the next goal. They're still very much into this one. Well kept in by Tanida. Oh, and her cutbacks expertly cut out there from Fiona Poole. Aitchison wins it back in the middle of the park for the Rovers. Tanida again showing fleet of foot, but this time can't quite get past the defender. It's cut back to Aitchison, and I'm not sure if she meant that to go to centre, but it's turned out to be a good pass for TSS in the end. Cerny still battling away, winning the ball at the second attempt as well. Dolman comes back out to Cerny, and now Annika Black will get it clear. Not a full connection there though from Black. And TSS are going to get themselves a free kick here. About 30 yards out from goal.
You, over there.
Bishop chips this in. It's just, we've got to run through everyone, and I'm sure Fitzmaurice had a better angle of that than we did up here, but that looked like it was possibly going to drop into the far corner there, but keeper obviously knowing what she was doing. Rovers will get another throw in here. And just now, TSS exactly where they want to be. Another throw-in coming up here for the Rovers. Chu tries to get that return header to Aitchison, but now chance here for Ratty to maybe bring this out for Kamloops. Kamloops need to find a way to get the ball back from TSS here if they want to get themselves back into this. Bishop goes for another long ranger. That's not going to trouble Fitzmaurice this time, but she does love a shot from distance. Tanita closing down that loose ball, but Kamloops win a crucial challenge there. They get a chance now to bring it forward. They need to get some more numbers up in support though, as the through ball threaded through for Sirianni to try and chase down. Keep it alive, and anywhere into touch will do for TSS. Substitution here for Kamloops. Going off is number 23, Fiona Poole. See who it is coming on for the visitors. So it's a like-for-like change at the back as Poole goes off and Charlotte Schomer, number 13, comes on. Schomer's, I believe, first appearance in the league this season. Now the Rovers looking to try and add to their tally here in a quick breakaway, and that through ball looking to try and play in Cerny. We've moved into the last 15 minutes of the match here. Kamloops, though, it'll be a good response for Hayley Bartram. She will like that their heads haven't gone down here as they win themselves another corner, as they're still pushing to try and get the goal that would get them back into this and set up a barn-burning finale. It's a good delivery. It's bouncing about, a little bit of ping pong off the heads there, and the last touch coming off a Kamloops player, and it's going to be out for a goal kick for TSS. And almost playing themselves into trouble there, TSS, but Strand coming up with the stop. It's been a good response from Kamloops since conceding that second goal. Excellent touch and turn there from Chu. Sends that forward. Cerny cuts it back here for Credo Fisher. Nice little touch inside, and it just ran away from her. Just a little bit too much there, allowing Kamloops the chance to clear as another long-range effort comes in from Katie Bishop. Just a little bit shown too much there. And Bishop with a shot again, this time blocked. TSS keeping the pressure on, and certainly trying to chip that one in. Just takes a touch off the Kamloops player. It's out for another corner as we move in to the last 10 minutes here. It's a dangerous ball across the face of goal, but no takers there for TSS, and Kamloops survive that scare. TSS still trying to keep the pressure on here as they look for a third that would surely then put the game to bed for once and for all. Another free kick opportunity here for the home side. Katie Bishop standing over this once again. Another good delivery, and it's flapped at by Fitzmaurice, but she recovers well to pounce on the loose ball. Ball's going to be a little bit wet out there. It's going to be picking up some dew as the sun goes down and the temperature dips here. TSS not back in action until May 20th after this one, when they're at home to Altitude in the Ironworkers Derby. Next weekend, Kamloops have another trip to the Lower Mainland, this time to Cloverdale in Surrey, where they'll be taking on Unity. And Bishop trying the cheeky one there and almost seeing some success from it. Ball played forward there from Credo Fisher, but just has way too much on that, and it's going to be behind for another Kamloops goal kick. So we get set to move into the last 5 minutes here at Swangard. Credo Fisher again, it comes out to Dolman. She finds Cerny in space at the back of the box, but in an offside position. And the flag up quickly on the near side here.
surviving over there? You just have to finally stand up.
Standing up because the seat doesn't stop squeezing. I'm starting to become the thing I'm focusing on.
Yeah, totally understand. We can swap with a chair. Probably be a
No, I
chair.
need to stand up.
Number 19, Willow Bourbonnais, has also come on for TSS at the last change. Wearing the number 19 jersey. Kamloops still pushing to the very end, and they win themselves another corner here as they look to try and reduce the deficit in the closing moments. Good delivery into the 6-yard box. Lot of heads going up to meet that one. It ends up coming off a Kamloops player in the end and behind for a TSS goal kick. I think it was Deneau that got the last touch there. And we're going to get another corner here. I'm thinking it's the holding on to the ball too long and not listening to the countdown. Ashley Strand caught out by this, so it's another corner kick here coming up for Kamloops in the last 2 minutes of the game. This time to go along the ground and short. Bit of a wild swipe in the end. Sees that one coming out of the box. Dolman wins it back for the Rovers. And almost put under a little bit of pressure there, but the Rovers survive. Now Credo Fisher. She's got two options ahead of her. She's holding on to it maybe a little bit too long here. Now plays it out to Cerny. Cerny cuts, goes for goal, and it's through Fitzmaurice, and it's a second off the night for Caitlin Cerny. And in the 89th minute, TSS have their third. And it's TSS Rovers 3. Kamloops United 0.
Just to confirm that was 10 again?
Yes, it was.
Thank you. TSS Rovers goal, our second of the match, scored in the 89th minute by number 10, Caitlin Cerny.
Assist for Clara Fisher Credo on that third goal for TSS. And it's been a good performance from the Rovers. Nothing too flashy, but they've got the job done out there. Back-to-back wins now for TSS, and as things currently stand, back-to-back clean sheets. Don't want to jinx that for them. As the long-range effort comes in, easily dealt with though by Ashley Strand in the TSS goal. Didn't see the announcement from the fourth official as to how much time is going to get added on here as the Rovers look to make another substitution. Good battling there from Emily Clark from Kamloops. Still Clark as that one just runs under her foot. TSS still waiting to make this sub that may or may not happen before time is out here. Bourbonnais. Some nice movement in the closing moments here from the Rovers. And they're going to get a free kick for their efforts as well. And now they will get to make this substitution. This is when it would help if they were holding a board up so that the player that's coming off knows that they are coming off. And it's going to be Abigail Tanida that makes way. One of my players of the game. She's had a fantastic 90 minutes out there. And she is heading off for the closing minutes of stoppage time here. And I think it's Leila Rafu, the number 13, that is coming on. And indeed it is. In the death throes of this one now. Can TSS add to their tally? Can Kamloops get a late consolation for the long journey back to the interior? Flicked on nicely there from Rafu, almost into the path of Credo Fisher. And that is the end of this one. It's been a good night at the office for TSS Rovers. 4-0 in the men's match, 3-0 in this one. The scoring started in the first half with a long ranger from Katie Bishop. Pair of second half goals from Caitlin Cerny saw the Rovers over the line, and they add to their points tally. They make it back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets, and will be back in action in May 20th against Altitude here at Swangard. The next match next weekend for Kamloops against Unity out in Cloverdale. I've been Michael McCall. Thank you for spending your Friday evening watching and supporting the BC Premier League. We'll be back next Friday with the next games of the week as the Whitecaps and the Rise are hosting in that one. So check your YouTube listings. Until then, have a good rest of the weekend, and we'll catch you at the pitch again soon.